When somebody meets you for the first time, what do you hope they think?
I hope they think that I'm nice and that I'm not like a zombie or like a horrible creature that's trying to like hurt people.
How do you hope they introduce themselves?
I hope they say hi first and I will shake their hand.
Hello.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Why did you want to do this interview today?
To tell people that miracles do exist.
Do you feel like a miracle?
Yes.
When you share your story with somebody, how do you hope they react?
Well, I know it'll make them sad, but I hope that it gets to their heart and I hope it gives them hope and faith on themselves too. I know they might feel bad for me and everything, but I would like they think, well, if he did it, I could do it too. So courage and strength.
Why is it important for you to provide courage and strength to others?
Because this world needs it. I think love is the most valuable thing, at least to me.
How would you define love?
Well, I think love is someone who is caring, be there by your side, listens to you, you listen to them. They may get you upset if they do something wrong, but you forgive them.
When you wake up in the morning, what's the very first thing you think about?
It's gonna be a good day.
Why is that your first thought?
Because if you think it's gonna be a bad day, then you will not have a good day.
What in this world brings you the most joy?
My family. I actually thought that one day that she would, like abandon me or something, and she hasn't done. And she says, I never will because you're my son no matter what.
Is it okay if I ask you questions about the accident?
Sure.
What happened?
The candle fell. The fire spread quick and then into my blanket. And then it all caught on fire.
Pues cuando le pasó el accidente,
When the accident happened,
que para mí fue muy doloroso porque una madre no quiere que le pase nada a sus hijos.
for me, it was painful because no mother wants this to happen to their son. The doctors told me I was about to die when I came. Well, there was just no hope.
If you could change anything about the world, what would you change?
I would change that people understood each other better.
Do you feel misunderstood?
Sometimes.
How would you explain your role in his life?
I would say I feel like I'm kind of like a mentor, someone that he can ask anything and he gets the truth.
But there was one day when this kid said, he was coming some kind of creature in his imagination. I can't remember what it was, but what I did is I scared him and he went running all the way to his house, and then Mama says, don't do that. I'm like, Mom, that was funny for me though.
Oh, you scared a kid on purpose?
Oh, kind of. In a way, yeah.
I love how you like to have fun. Does that stuff ever bother you though, or do you just kind of roll with the punches?
I go with the punches because I understand kids now.
He's a joker. I think one of the very first times I met him, I was like, hang on, I'll give you a hand. I'm going to help you out. They went, can you? I went, what do you mean? And he was like, well, I haven't got one. I was like, really, Zaid? Did you have to do that? And he's a joker.
I do act like other teenagers, and other kids. I do. I talk and I joke with them, and for a little, I forget that I have disabilities and that I'm just like them.
He's a bit of a ladies' man as well. He does like the girls, and sometimes he asks for a little bit of advice with the ladies. But I've also seen him in action, and he really doesn't need my advice. He's good.
What are some things you do for fun?
I hang out with my friends and sometimes with my girlfriend. When I was little, I used to be a what you call them, a player, but then I understood that was not the best thing to do in the future.
Did he teach you that?
Yes, in a way, yes. But last year I asked him, hey, Eli, I said, so I never ask a girl out, so how you ask him out? And he said, well, you know, this, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's okay.
And did it work?
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with your life right now?
Yes and no.
What would you like to improve?
One, that I have vision and have hands like a normal person does.
Is he popular at school?
He's very popular, you know, and I think being at the school that he's at, that, you know, I would say most of his peers don't judge him. You know, they take Zaid for who he is. TSBVI is Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, and you know, and it runs from people that have low vision to no vision, you know, and sometimes a lot of them have other disabilities that go along with it. And Zaid's one of those students.
What is it like to be blind?
I think it's fun, actually.
Why?
Because you cannot see what other people are talking about.
Would you say most people truly see Zaid as he is?
No, I would say that they just see the outside Zaid, you know, and they don't get to speak to him like I do.
I hope that people out there, I hope they only care like what's inside and not the outside part, because the outside part, sometimes it can be wrong.
What are you most proud of your son for?
¿Qué estás contento de tu hijo?
Pues porque él es muy estudiante.
He's a good student.
What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the future are, well, one, to be an interpreter, and other goal is that hopefully one day I could work for operation like 911 operation.
Why do you want to work for 911?
Because I don't want other people to suffer what I've been suffering.
How old were you when you met your stepdad?
I was 15.
What did you think the first time you met Zaid?
¿Qué pensaste cuando conociste a Sai por primera vez?
Fue muy fuerte para mí.
It was painful for me.
No supe qué decir, no supe qué hacer.
I did not know what to say, and I did not know what to do.
No, que cuando lo vi me sorprendí, pues todo.
And when I saw him, I just got shocked and surprised, and that's all.
What's it like for you to hear your stepdad say that?
I think anyone would be surprised, to be honest. So I don't blame him for it. I like to write stories, poems, and I like to make songs. It just takes you out of the real world. It helps me to forget like all my pain and all my sadness sometimes that I have. And so I think that your imagination could take you to places that you want to be.
What would you say is the most important thing Lee has ever taught you?
He taught me that men could feel pain too. And that if you feel pain, then, talk about it, not like let yourself like say, no, I'm a man and there's nothing I can do, and because if you don't tell nobody like about the physical pain, emotional pain, or anything, then you make yourself hurt even worse than you are. If you care for others, then those others will care for you. And when you die, a lot of people come visit you.
Do you think about stuff like that?
Yes.
What type of emotion do you experience when you think about passing?
I get nervous, to be honest, because, you don't know where you're going to go. You don't know what you're going to fall, like people say you're going to fall asleep forever and everything. And and if you cannot hear the earth and anything like you used to hear, well, it could be a little scary. But I think that if I pass away one day, I've been a nice person and I haven't done anything bad to anybody. Like I haven't hurt no one or anybody that any people care for me. Now, I'm not saying the whole world is, but maybe my friends would.
When you think about being an adult, do you get excited or intimidated?
I get nervous because I miss my childhood and I think I'm gonna miss my teenager life too.
What is teenager life like?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm laying down watching TV, be on your phone.
So you just want to be lazy your whole life?
Well, and when you grow up, you it takes it from you because then you gotta find yourself a job. And you don't have time for yourself.
If somebody wants to be Zaid's friend, what do they need to do?
I think you listen to him. I mean, he's very smart. I mean, his range of topics that he likes will always have some kind of active conversation that they'll be able to hold easily.
I think that every human in this world, has worth and interest and value.
Tonight we have the incredible opportunity to help our new friend Zaid. As you can imagine, the cost of all of his surgeries and all of Zaid's medical requirements is astronomical. So we started a fundraiser to give Zaid access to the medical care he desperately needs. To get the ball rolling, I donated the first $1,000. If you're watching this and want to help Zaid, the link is in the description below. Thank you for supporting Zaid. Thank you for showing him love and kindness. The way this community continues to rally around one another just makes me feel so much better about the world. Thank you.